Hi, my name is Sarah Jo Cluff, also known as Jo Cassidy. I am a middle grade fantasy writer along with young adult contemporary, young adult dystopian, and young adult thrillers. I grew up in Southern California next to the happiest place on earth, Disneyland. So that's basically my second home. I now live in Utah, obviously, and I have been married to my husband Chad for 16 years, and we had one cat, Princess Buttercup, who passed away last year, but we had her since she was a baby, and we had her for 13 years, and she was the love of our life. But then we just adopted two other cats at the beginning of this year. One we named Avienda. My husband named her because favorite series of his is The Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan. And then I named our other cat Harper based off one of my books, which I will get to in a minute. Um, let's see. Another thing to know about me, as you can tell, I'm a huge Dr. Pepper fan. I am a member of the Pepper Pack, so I like to brag about that. I don't know. I think I'm cool, but I'm probably not. So I started writing. I think I wrote my first book in 2011. My husband is the one who challenged me to write my first book. I hadn't been much of a reader, hadn't been much of a writer, but I always had stories going on in my head. And growing up, I just didn't read a lot. We didn't have a lot of books for kids my age besides the Babysitters Club. And once I kind of outgrew that, there was really nothing except for the books they assigned to me in language arts, which never really appealed to me. I just couldn't connect with them. I couldn't relate to them on any level, which is basically why I really dived into the whole middle grade and young adult market, because I wanted books that kids could read that they could relate to and understand. Um, I actually have a lot of nieces and nephews. I have 30 of them. So I like to write books that I would like them to read and hope that they would like. So my first books under Sara Jo Cluff, not my first ones to come out, but the first ones I'm going to talk about, are my middle grade ones, and I have two of them. I have The Immortal Life of Cotton Wiley. It's a middle grade fantasy, a contemporary fantasy, I guess urban fantasy, I don't know. Basically, Cotton is stuck at the age of 10. And to make his life worthwhile, because he doesn't know what else to do with his life, because he's forever 10-year-old, which not as fun as it probably may sound. Him and his friend Logan, they like to save kids in peril at school. So when kids are in trouble, they swoop in and save the day. He is the trusty sidekick. Logan is a superhero. Cotton's just funny, comic relief and charm. I also have Pepper, PhD. Dr. Pepper, yeah. So Pepper is a phantom detective, and she also is a princess of her kingdom, the Silver Bright Kingdom. And she is one of the only ones that can actually see phantoms, or ghosts, basically. So any ones that kind of haunt the town, she has to track them down and send them on to Phantom Realm, where they will live for the rest of their eternal lives with all their phantom friends. Which, who wouldn't want to go there? I mean, there's all you can eat ice cream and slides that take you everywhere. So I don't know. I kind of want to go there. And then I have young adult contemporary. So I have Fill a Friend, which is a friendship story about Eleonora, who doesn't want to commit to any friendship. She had a bad experience in middle school. So to make her parents happy, though, pretend like she has friends and getting out of the house, she creates her Fill a Friend operation. And basically she'll fill in for a friend for the night. So if someone needs someone to go to the movies with or a concert or whatever, she'll be your friend for the night. But then she does get a client that becomes a regular, and it's all about friendship and finding true friends and the importance of finding real friends. So that book is close to my heart. Also, I have The Kiss List. If you love kissing, which I do, that's The Kiss List. So Camille's boyfriend spreads a rumor. They break up. He spreads a rumor that she's a terrible kisser. So she creates a kiss list of the 4 hottest guys in school that she can kiss to break down that rumor. But along the way, she kind of finds herself and who she wants to be in that process and the kind of person she wants to be. And probably kissing all the guys in school is probably not the reputation that she wants. So yeah, I love that book. And then also my last ones under Sara Jo Cluff, are my dystopian series. The first books I ever wrote. So I wrote Recruits in 2011. I wrote it for NaNoWriMo, which is National Novel Writing Month, which is November, which is what we're in right now. I need to start mine for this year. Um, you have the month of November to write 50,000 words. So I wrote this, but it has since seen about 1 million edits. I have changed it so much, but hopefully it's better now. But it's basically Emmy lives in a controlled society, controlled by Anchorage Corporation, and they have to go through recruitment. And when they're 17, and they make them do a bunch of series of mental tests and physical tests, and kind of see where they'll fit in for society for the rest of their lives. And Emmy in recruitment has a few near-death experiences and finds out that the president is trying to have her killed. So she needs to kind of figure out why and not die. So that's the first one. The second one is Reckoning. And then the last one in that series is Rise. Fun note. Sorry, I don't know why my voice squeaked. Fun note. I made the covers for these. It's probably my only visually creative thing I've ever done in my entire life. I'm more of the word creative person. And then lastly, I want to talk about my alter ego, Joe Cassidy. Why I did two, I don't know. It sounded good at the time. Joe Cassidy was more for my thrillers, so it's more like edge of your seat, a little bit scary, hair rising. That's what you'll get with Joe Cassidy. Sara Jo Cluff was for the fun and light and fluffy, but then I put my dystopian series in there, so I don't know. It is what it is. My first book under Joe Cassidy is Good Girl Stay Quiet, and this cover is amazing. Thank you, Cami Larson at Monster ID Publishing. Monster ID Publishing has done all my Joe Cassidy books and the Kiss List. They're great to work with, but they do fantastic covers. I sell this book alone just based on cover. But this is a psychological thriller about Cora, who is in a very controlled life with her daddy, and he makes her act a certain way. Basically, he wants to keep her as a little girl and not have her grow up. But at school, she has a journal that she writes everything that happens to her about their. I have a cat named Harper. Do you see her? This is her. Hi, Harper. Thanks, sweetie. That was really sweet of you. Sorry. That's pretty much Harper wanting to make an appearance and everything. Cora, where was I? Yeah. So she has a journal. She writes everything about her everything that happens to her in the journal. It goes missing at school. And then a blackmailer appears and she kind of has to fart. Another tale. I'm so sorry. Harper, stop being you. Sorry, I'm just going to keep this because this is my life. This is what it's like every day. I have a cat. I have two, but Harper's the very lovey-dovey, affectionate one. Want to get up in your face. Blackmailer emerges. She has to decide how far she's willing to go to protect her and daddy. Then we have Willow Marsh. It's a paranormal thriller. It's got ghosts and seances if you like the creepy. So Tessa is in a car accident. She's the driver, and her mom and brother, unfortunately, do not make it. And so to apologize, she does a seance. She reaches out to her mom on the other side, but in the process lets in two ghosts into our realm, one that haunts her and one that kind of takes possession of her. So she has to figure out how to rid them of her life. So fun and creepy if you like that one. And lastly, I have Harper, namesake for my cat. Harper is a spy thriller. She's my feisty kick butt girl. I absolutely love her. Fun note, she was actually, out of all my characters, Harper spoke to me more clearly than anyone else. She was very just right in my head, and I could get into her so easily. Oh my gosh. This is why you don't, well, actually you do have cats. Cats are awesome, but they like to interfere with everything. So she works for a company that tries to stop terrorist attacks before they happen. And so it's basically her going out, kicking butt, taking down the enemy. So, and Harper 2 comes out in April. under Monster Ivy Publishing, and I'm really excited about that. And I also have one more book called Daphne's Questionable Bet that comes out in February under Monster Ivy Publishing, and that will be under Sara Jo Cluff. Basically, Daphne moves from Utah back to California, her home state, and she moves in next door to to her mom's high school rival, not knowing that she was there. And the rival has a girl, Sierra, that is Daphne's age. And so they become rivals themselves and create a bet of who can get the cute and funny and charming Bentley Anderson to ask them to prom. So it's just them going back and forth, trying to make them look good while sabotaging the other. And it's just fun and quirky and probably one of my absolute favorite books to date. So I'm excited for you to read it. Sorry I took a long time. I'll blame that on Harper, but also I like to talk apparently. So please check out all my social media. Sara Jo Cluff, it's at Sara Jo Cluff, everything, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Same thing with Jo Cassidy. They're all the same, but it's author Jo Cassidy. So you can reach me there. You can reach out. They're on my website, sarajocluff.com, authorjocassidy.com. You can also go to awkwardpepper.com and you can buy any of my books signed from me. Awkward because one, I'm awkward, and two, pepper. So that's the name of my company for selling my books. Anyway, it was nice to chat with you. Please reach out, and I'd love to get to know you and learn more about you and learn about my readers and gain new readers. So, yeah, have a good day. Bye.